Alright, what I'm about to tell you can literally change your life. You might have heard the phrase, all disease begins in the gut. But what you might not know is that without the right bacteria and probiotics, you can actually live a pretty terrible life and not have any idea why. Here's what I mean. You see, there are actually over 100 trillion organisms inside of your gut, composing over 3/4 of your entire body's immune system. If there are too many bad bacteria, it can affect everything from your digestion to feeling tired and unhappy to your ability to concentrate and enjoy life. That's why having the right amount of good bacteria, known as probiotics, is one of the most important aspects in your body's ability to lead a long and fulfilling life. This first study is brand new. It was just published in 2016, and it's fairly controversial, but extremely important and relevant in our day and age of overly processed foods packed full of harmful additives and refined sugars. In this study, conducted at the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, researchers wanted to see how a certain probiotic strain could be used to help improve humans' mental ability. They took one group of mice and chemically induced the effects of oxidative stress within the brain, similar to that found in humans over time, leaving another group of mice called the control group strong and healthy. They then split the chemically altered mice group into two other groups. One received a supplementation of a probiotic strain known as Lactobacillus plantarum, while the other group received nothing. They then placed the mice one at a time into something called a Morris water maze. Now this is just a circular tub full of water with a hidden platform under the water's surface that the mice need to navigate to, find, and get out so they can rest. Basically, the mice swim around at first not knowing there's even a platform, but once they find it, they should be able to learn where the platform is, so they repeated the same test over the course of 3 days with each group. The healthy mice, the mice who had been chemically altered and received nothing, and the mice that had been altered and fed this special probiotic strain. Get this, the ones taking Lactobacillus plantarum actually outperformed the normal healthy mice by a significant margin. They were able, in spite of the chemically induced damage to their brains, to learn and perform faster than the 100% healthy mice. These researchers were so amazed by what they saw that they wanted to see what exactly was going on in the brains of these mice. Now, what they discovered was that Lactobacillus plantarum was acting as a kind of super antioxidant, and in addition to protecting and restoring the brain, it was also lowering their blood pressure at the same rate as a leading prescription drug without any of the side effects. Now, the reason that scientists use mice is because of how similar their internal systems and structures are to humans. And just like those brave mice, our brains and bodies are also extremely susceptible to oxidative stress. And we are getting bombarded every single day by air pollutants, refined sugars, alcohol consumption, and even a lack of good sleep. Now, what this study points to is that just like these mice, humans will likely have the same powerful antioxidant benefit that the mice had. Now, I want to point out one more human study that only applies to women and you won't see anywhere else. In this 2014 study, researchers wanted to see what the effects of the probiotic strain Lactobacillus rhamnosus had on overweight men and women. Once again, they split people into two groups, one taking the probiotic and one not taking anything. After 12 weeks, they realized that the women taking Lactobacillus rhamnosus had a significant reduction in body weight. What was even more exciting was that these women kept losing weight over time. In the end, researchers concluded that Lactobacillus rhamnosus can help women to achieve sustainable weight loss. Now, these are just two small glimpses into the power of probiotics to help your entire body, not just your gut. And if you're anything like me, the next step that I wanted to do after reading some of these studies was say, where the heck can I get my hands on some probiotics? Now, one way to add more probiotics to your diet is by eating fermented food. Sauerkraut, unsweetened yogurt, and the fermented goat's milk drink, kefir, are three options. But unfortunately, to a lot of people, those are kind of gross. When I was actually living in Kuwait, I made the mistake of purchasing what I thought was a bottle of cow's milk, and when I took a big old gulp, I realized it was fermented goat's milk. And I tell you what, you don't want to make that same mistake. It's not something I'd recommend. But the good news is that now there's another option that we recently introduced to bring the powerful effects of all of these strains to people just like you in a way that doesn't interfere with your daily life or diet. It's called Protect by LexaPure Nutrition, and it has the right amounts of the probiotic strains we talked about, as well as 5 of the other top strains scientifically shown to benefit your life. That means you only have to take 1 small capsule a day to balance your gut flora and help put you on the right track to a full life. Protect is something that we've been working on perfecting for a really long time, and we are so excited that it's finally available. Just click the link below this video to find out more.